This is weekly reflection, and I'm just going to quickly go over everything that we have done. So, first one, I'm going to go over the discussion board. Um, Challenging behaviors, setting events, and how to change the behavior. So what I talked about was students throwing math materials down when they're frustrated. Again, I've seen this in class. So hopefully, depending on the grade I get, I'm understanding the assignment. But so I think I understood the assignment. Study guide number 5. Number 5 study guide. If it will load. Okay. Very useful again. So we talked about major components of comprehensive behavior plan, setting events, antecedents, and the consequences. And then problems with punishment, which, I mean, I have a lot to say about punishment. It's not really good, but it is something that we do automatically, I feel like, because, like I said in my study guide, the first word we learn, I don't know where I heard this. I might have heard it in one of your classes, but the first word we learn in our lives is no, or something like that. Like, no, don't touch that. No, you're going to electrocute yourself. Yada yada. And then a couple considerations when selecting an intervention plan. So, address the function of challenging behavior. We do need to know that. Employ natural stimuli, meaning that make sure it's a natural intervention going into the student's regular environment that they're in, and it's not totally like from left field or out of the blue. Must be feasible and acceptable. So referring to practical, how practical they are, if they can be implemented easily, etc. So, and then selecting a normative intervention strategies. So that's just looking at everything as a whole and making sure that we understand what is happening and how the behavior is happening when it's happening. And then seeing if the strategies can be applied class wide, because with some students that's just what is needed. Like they can't have their own intervention. It needs to be class wide. I mean I can implement this, especially with the punishment thing. I mean, it's going to be hard implementing it into my class because, like I said, it's a natural reaction. It's like when I see my niece and she's doing something like standing on chairs or jumping on the counters, and something's on there, scares the heck out of me, and I just say, "No, Evelyn." You know what I mean? So yeah, that'll be hard, but in my practicum, I'm slowly getting used to not doing that. And next quarter, when I'm actually in my student teaching for the next 3 quarters, I feel very confident that by the end of it, I'm going to be able to implement it into my class quite easily. Next thing, practice FBA and the BIP. So I've actually seen these papers a few times in my practicum, because right now the mentor that I have, she is really involved in writing IEPs, collecting data for kids who might be involved in IEPs, and I've been helping with that along the way, like organizing everything, and I'll ask questions along the way. And a lot of the questions, I mean, it might not be in the same format, but she addresses a lot of the same questions, especially on the website IEP Online. There are a lot of questions similar to that. So I do see myself implementing that into my future classroom because I want to be in special education, and because of that, I'm going to be working a lot with IEPs and those kinds of questions. Yeah, so that's it. Pretty weak, pretty solid. Um, Nothing to complain about here on this side in regards to your class. So, hope you had a good week, good weekend. Goodbye.